Today we're going to learn a rather powerful technique.
So you're going to start in this position with your hips pointing up towards the ceiling, your back straight.
In particular, it's going to be applicable to the situation where the integral has the form, the quotient of two polynomials. In other words, suppose we have
some kind of elevated platform, like a chair, for example.
Again, in the way of review.
Put your hands behind your head and bend your knees. And you're going to be doing jumping jacks, but you're going to stay low.
Sometimes an integrand occurs in the form of the sum or difference of two squares.
And then you're going to stay in this position. And you're going to bend over, you're going to put your hands on the ground, and you're going to do pike press.
We've already handled this in terms of the inverse circular functions and the inverse hyperbolic functions.
This exercise becomes a lot easier. So you're going to do the pike presses off of your chair.
For the time being, all we really care about in terms of outlining this form, and again, as we will often do in these types of techniques, the place that we'll pick up the real fine computational points are in the exercises. How do we handle sums and differences of squares? And what I intend to show is that by a suitable trigonometric function, either circular trigonometric or hyperbolic trigonometric, we can always reduce that kind of a problem to the type that we can handle. Again, there are two key steps that dictate this particular method. The first thing is, hi. Here's an example I thought you might enjoy seeing here. Take, for example, x to the fourth plus 1. That looks something like it belongs to the family x squared plus 1, and x squared plus 1 can't be factored. You might think that x to the fourth plus 1 can't be factored. Now again, it's not important that you understand what made me think of these tricks.
It's a challenge for you, and your goal is to reach as far towards your toes as you can. So don't get discouraged if you cannot touch your toes. Then your goal is to try to reach as far towards your toes as you can.
It's very simple. I learned the circular functions long before I learned the hyperbolic functions. Consequently, I feel very much at home with the circular functions. As a result, whenever I see the sum or difference of two squares,
did it! So, the next exercise, the last exercise in this workout, are leg lifts, and you guys can bend your knees.
Let me show you this in terms of this particular example.
Witless fools, do I have to do everything for you?
If I saw this problem from scratch and didn't have any previous knowledge of how to handle this, I'd say, this seems like I should think of a right triangle whose hypotenuse is x and one of whose sides is a. So I think of this particular reference triangle.
So, these were all of the modifications that I wanted to give you today for this workout. I hope that you guys can try it, that you won't give up on any exercise, that you won't get discouraged, because
what I want you to see again that comes through here all the time is how we are continually looking for ways of reducing integrals to equivalent integrals, but hopefully ones that are more familiar to us, meaning what? Ones that we are able to handle.
The coward is running. Let's take him now. The fool traded it to me for Eternian silver.
At any rate, I won't go into that in any more detail right now. We will pick up additional techniques in our next lecture, and until the next lecture, goodbye.
Too late, fool. Oh, he's gone. Who does that cabbage think he is?